Good afternoon. This is the market update for Buy Sell Short for Wednesday, July 9th. Pretty interesting week so far. Monday, Tuesday, big sell-off, especially in the high beta stocks and the Russell stocks. You had small caps and the big tech stocks really get punished, especially yesterday. Some big downward moves in the high beta stocks. We had the NASDAQ down about 60 points. If we flip over to the Russell, you can see 40-point down move over 2 sessions on the Russell, which is a pretty big downward move even for that indice. And when late in the day in the chat room, we talked about the trend that we were seeing, kind of similar to what we saw in March and April, where the NASDAQ and Russell stocks led the market down. But that typically when we saw a 2-day down move, the next day was an up day. And you can see, when we started getting that sell-off in March, we'd have 2 down days, pause day. 2 down days, pause day. 1, 2, 3 down days, up day. 2 down days, pause day. So, given that action and given that we saw this big-time hammer bottom pushed in on the Dow Transports, that's the indice we really pay attention to. We actually had the Dow Transports push green within the last 20 minutes of the session yesterday, with the NASDAQ and the Dow and the Russell still down pretty hefty. So what do we have today? We were looking for, as I mentioned in the chat room, 50, 60-point up move bounce on the market. We almost got that out of the gate today. The SPY in the money weeklies ended up giving almost a 50% move in a couple of hours. And, here we go. Next day, everything hunky-dory. We had the Fed minutes get released today. Fed came out and said all the extra liquidity is going to be sucked out by October. Market initially sold off, and then as every kind of news that comes out lately, we rallied to new highs, just like that. With the majority of stocks still rather dead, it's this annoying, frustrating summer market that we continue to find ourselves trading in. Now, you can see yesterday, big time volume on that sell-off yesterday and reversal, but you can view it as one of two ways. The sell-off beginning, or just a flush out of those who wanted out and then a bounce back. We did see, essentially what we saw happen Monday and Tuesday was that low volume rally we saw in the indices last week in the holiday shortened week. Retrace. Simple as that. We saw all the indices pull right back down to their 20-day exponentials. That's the green line. If we look at the Dow, it broke below the 20-day. Same thing on the Russell, broke below the 20-day. So, we got a nice reprieve today. What's going to happen tomorrow? Are we going to see similar action as we've seen previously, where we get 2 down days, 1, 2 up days, and then the trend continues lower? We're going to find out really in the next day or two. It's been a really frustrating market over the last couple of days. It's not that stocks are not moving. There are stocks that are just going boom, like PRAN had a breakout move yesterday and went boom. And, there's other examples. SCOK, no news today. This one went boom. So it's one of those things with the volume kind of low. You've got traders, all they're willing to do is chase volume and chase stocks up big. And it can be frustrating as a momentum trader, trying to start plays, because usually it takes a while for other traders to find them and then come in, and sometimes your patience gets worn thin. As for the market tomorrow, we've got that 17.74 level to keep an eye on. We do not want to see a reversal to the downside tomorrow. If we do, we could be looking at another ass whooping in the indices, so we're going to be keeping an eye on that. 15-minute chart, not a whole lot of help. We can just go off that recent low at 16,875 as a reference point on it and go from there. Stock plays now. DSS, just to show you the annoyance on this. DSS, great breakout setup play going into the coupons.com lawsuit trial that begins tomorrow. Nice early action. Yesterday, gave it up in the market sell-off all the way down to the 50-day. And then today, that Seeking Alpha article that we had mentioned came out, and still the stock was unable to break that 144 level. Yet you'll have some other turds that will come out with some Seeking Alpha articles, like CBMX had one today, and the stock ran 30 cents on the news. So it's just a crapshoot market. You have to be willing to try some things in order to get the movements like this, because sometimes the plays are going to be like DSS. ICANN bottomed out tech, $33 million in cash. 46.47 is the breakout on this one. And again, you know, the chaser traders would probably come in if we got a break of 1 million volume on this one and a push through 50 cents. That was where you'd see everyone going, oh, I'm going long this stock. We're in a little bit early, but we're in pretty low. We've got very nice support here between 40 and 42 cents. So looking nice. This is going to be one of those patient plays like AVEO. You remember AVEO when we were the only ones buying down here, and then it just went boom. Everyone was buying it up 90%. I believe we're going to see a similar situation develop here on IKAN. Now, speaking of very nice charts, check out DARA here. DARA has been in a consolidation pattern over the last 2 months between $1.20 and $1.34. Last 3 days, it's been trying to break that 50-day moving average that is at 130. Almost got that close today. We got the close at the 50-day. A 131 close would have been fantastic, but there was a little bit of gaming on the close. 134 confirms this move, and we would be looking for a gap fill move to the 160, 180 area. RSI up through 50. We've got stochastics up through 50. We've got a very nice support base here on this stock. 120 stops. Would look to add this one on any dips around 124, 125, or add to positions on a break of 134. Now, if this does what PRAN did, PRAN was pretty strong yesterday in the last hour and then romped today after the open. So let's see if we can have a similar situation develop here on DARA. Quick mention on another biotech stock, GTXI. This is a biotech with heavy short interest, and we've been seeing some nice action in the biotech stocks today. VTUS was one that had a really big move, consolidation pattern, just like DARA. So, I mean, again, it's only a matter of time before we see DARA go. Another one that we were looking at today was a bio stock that had a big move last week, retraced it, looks like it's ready to go again. And then ETRM was another one what we looked at today, under $1.50, it popped up to 155. So we're starting to see a lot of these biotech stocks turn around and look nice. So there's some optimism that when the biotech stocks start doing good, typically that means the risk money is looking to flow back into stocks. So still not rushing into a whole lot of plays. Not really a whole lot of email alert swing plays. It's still mostly intraday, 1-2 day max stuff right now. Hopefully that will pick up in the next few days. I mean, if we don't see the market reverse course and we're able to see the Dow push higher again, everyone who's been doubting this rally, I mean, every other day we've got someone else coming on calling a top. Tops don't happen when people call tops. That's just the way it is. So when those clowns start to go long, things should get really, really fun. That's it for the video. Oh yeah, last thing. PopScan. Last night, extremely low. Very low reading last night. And even tonight, still a very low reading. And like I said in the email last night, that typically means one of two things. We're going to drop, or we've been washed out and we're ready to romp. Let's get our fingers crossed that it is the latter, and we're about to see a lot of plays start to pop left and right. So have an awesome night, and see you all in chat room tomorrow. Bye.